Greetings and salutations, one and all. It is Mr. Ebner here, doing the extra credit back to school announcement that I have all for you guys. I'm going to try to get this done in 15 minutes because, well, that's how much I have time with the Screencast-O-Matic. That's the program I'm using, where you can see me stay out in the corner as I am talking to you. So I'm going to actually start by explaining to everybody that with your students, I need you to be easy on them or relax a bit for one quarter. The extra credit with this assignment is 100 points. It should bring up a lot of scores and alleviate a lot of fears about the grades that your students are going to have right now. A number of problems with us is that, number one, people can't get into their Aries. Number two, people can't people are having a hard time figuring out how to upload assignments, figuring out how to problem solve, which is the biggest thing that I want the students to be able to do. So, anyway, one quarter, relax, okay? The grades are going to be a little out of whack for a little bit. The classes that they're used to doing, they'll do fine, right? My class is not a paper and pencil class, and a lot of the things that they do they're doing in my class is very new. So, anyway, welcome. And so the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is this. What industry is asking for? And this is some of the research that I wanted to share with you guys because this is actually very, very important. As you can see, they're the soft skills I've listed. And these are the top 10 soft skills there. Okay? Now, why am I listing soft skills? Because, well, this is why. According to research from Harvard University, Carnegie, and Stanford, 85% of job success is coming now from those soft skills. Only 15% are coming from the hard skills. So a lot of the work that we're doing in the class is going to be centered on the soft skills, not so much on the hard skills. The hard skills need to be there. Don't get me wrong. So we still have to focus on how we do all the other things. That we do here on the right. These are the most important things that we're going to be focusing on as they do most of their projects. Okay, so this is literally why I don't sleep at nights, is the skills gap, because the skills gap is real. So you have paper and pencil projects, lessons, right? And we have a world that's getting ready to dive into automation, dive into artificial intelligence, diving into driverless cars, drones. I mean, the world is going to change incredibly. By 2022 is when most of the prognostication is happening with a lot of this stuff. The world's going to change literally overnight. Kind of like when the internet started back in the 90s. It's going to change things rather drastically. So when you have a disparity with the education system versus what is going to be expected in the work world, this is why I teach the way I do. Because we're going to have students, our students are going to be working next to robots, next to automation. And there's research out there that says that automation is not going to take jobs, it's going to actually create jobs. But those jobs are going to require more intelligence, more skill, more technological know-how than what they're having now. What's going to be taken away are the redundant jobs that a machine can do much easier and much more efficiently. Sugata Mitra is one of my longtime mentors. Watched his stuff, watched his school in the cloud grow. I do very much believe in what he says. He believes that schools are not outdated, they're just obsolete the way we do it. They're not broken. The Victorian model was wonderfully constructed. It's just 50 years out of date. So what is it that we're really looking at? Well, we're looking at trying to excite your students' passion. That's my goal. A lot of students early don't know what their passion is yet, and that's going to be a large part of the about the exploration, about what they want to do. And some kids actually enter into engineering going, well, what is it that we want, what is it that they want to do, right? And some of the kids come out of engineering going, I don't want to be a problem solver the rest of my life. I really don't. But my goal is here. This is a quote from the group, the Dirty Heads. I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. That's an actual song, and that's the goal I want for my students. Okay, yeah, not exactly a great name to be using in an educational platform, but the song actually holds up. So the mantra for the class is research, learn, and apply. Okay, so why are we bringing this up? Well, I want my students to use cell phones in the class. All right, and according to a 2013 study by Geekus and Grant, they actually studied the use of cell phones when using a class like career technical education, where kids were actually allowed to constantly use their phones to look up information. This was one of the conclusions that they came up with. Okay, that was kind of reinforces what I believe. Learning doesn't happen. Learning happens when you want to happen. If you're on the bus, you take out your phone, you want to learn right then and there, that's what you should be able to do. Okay, that's the whole point. Research, learn it, apply it. That's what we're doing with the Marble Movie Machine, the project that we are just finishing up, where the kids actually had to learn about the 6 simple machines. They had to research them, they had to learn about them, and then apply it. And that's where a lot of our students struggled. Okay. By the way, I know a lot of you guys might be saying, well, Ebner, how about France? France has just made all cell phones illegal for the country. They're going to tell all the kids to keep the cell phones home. Well, if you dig deeper into that, France is not actively using career technical education as its platform. They're still using the old, broken, outdated, obsolete model where they're still relying on standardized tests to show that the education is working. And as I just stated, standardized testing is, well, I didn't state it clearly enough, but standardized testing is what EDGE is moving away from. We don't feel that standardized testing is preparing students, and industry and our industry partners are confirming this. So this is another reason why I want this, you need to relax a little bit. I'm asking you guys to relax for the first quarter, is because failure is the biggest teacher I have. It's the one way kids will learn, and I can tell you this, that the students who have been doing the work and working with the Marble Movie Machine have probably learned more from failure than they would if I just gave them the answer and then they sat there, put it together, and they would be done. The frustration, everything that you see at home, the kids asking questions, hopefully, all of this, if it's happening at home, great. And I want families to be an active part of the problem solving. I want my students to go home. I want our students to go home and ask you the questions that they're having a hard time in. I want you to actively help with the solutions. It's a partnership, okay? It's delegation. It's actually working together to solve a problem. So, communication through reflection, that's my biggest thing I talk about. A lot of what we're going to be doing is, with every assignment they have a reflection. Reflection is huge because it allows them to sit there and actively think, what could I have done better? What should I be proud of? What can I do for next time? Okay, and reflection is just like anything else in engineering. It's pretty personal, right? How you convey that information. But it's just basically it's a who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay? The why and the how, most important in a reflection. Most important. Okay, so when guiding your students, and students, if you're listening to this, the why and the how are the most important in the reflection. Why do you feel this way, right? And how are you going to correct it, right? Why is it that you feel this way, and how are you going to move forward in the future? That's all what this is about. And this is actually something that you will be asked for. A lot of employers are asking for this. I'm emphasizing communication with the class. If you have a partner, please, 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 please have their phone number, have their contact information. We're in the 21st century. It doesn't make a lot of sense to sit there and say, well, my partner's not here, so I can't do anything. Get on that phone, text them, say, hey, where are you? Are you coming in today? Right? What can you send me the pictures? Send me this, send me what we did yesterday. Conceivably, neither partner can be there for a week, but if one's there doing the work and then relaying that information back home, there's no reason why you guys can't stay connected, right? We use social media, Instagram, Discord, all of these different media channels to do this, we should do this for education as well. Communication with me is most important. That's why in my emails I give you my phone number, you know. If you guys have any questions, parents, if you have any questions, 925-895-1187. Text me, call me. Kids are telling you one thing, you're not sure it's true, 925-895-1187. Text me, call me, because be sure, if there's problems with the student not understanding, you will be hearing from me. I do text mostly. Okay. Calling, especially with caller ID right now. I know that you guys don't know my number, or you might want to program my number in. Also, the fact that I know there's a lot of scam calls now, so if you see my number come up, you don't recognize it right off the bat. It's just better to text. I'll let you know it's me and what we need to discuss. As you can see here, we want to do or produce resume-worthy work. That's why notable projects and major accomplishments are the two most important details, right? Two of the most important details that are in or why we do project-based learning. So this is why we do what we do. I want the kids coming out of high school with actual experience, right? Actual application, all right? I only have one rule with my work. Just please be on time. Make sure it's on time, because if it's not on time, that's when problems start to occur, all right? This is very important. All work turned in on time. So today, as I'm recording this video, there's an assignment due. It's due at 11:59 p.m. We get out at 11:35. That means your students have over 12 hours to turn in the assignment. Okay, and the assignment tonight is there's a sign-off sheet that all the kids were doing with my sign-offs. Even if they have one, maybe two sign-offs, okay, they should still upload it to the assignment, and I will guarantee them 100 points or half credit, 100 out of 200. You can upgrade that assignment. Every assignment that's turned in on time can be upgraded, okay? Using my hand gestures to look silly so that you guys remember, upgrade. The reason why I do this is because I know my class is hard, I know the work I'm asking for is hard, and students are not good with time management, not right yet. So that's why we're making sure that every student has the opportunity to upgrade their assignment. Parents, you know that you want your students to upgrade everything to an A. Students have a different idea. As long as I'm passing, I have to emphasize, everybody gets an A, everybody's average. Everybody gets a C, everybody's average. You have to avail yourself. You have to stand out. You just do, right? Not everybody can stand out the exact same way, and that's what we have to understand. So upgrade, 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 especially working toward your strengths. The only reason I will ever get a 0, the only reason I will ever give a 0 to your student is there's nothing turned in. Nada. Okay? So Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, I open up my laptop and I start looking at all the assignments, who turned things in, who didn't. If something's turned in, I guarantee 50%, 100 points. Even some of my tougher students, you know, who don't want to turn anything in, I'll accept a blank assignment. Seriously. Just something, okay? The only thing I will not accept is nothing. Nothing basically tells me the student's not interested in passing. That's it. So, and even some work, if it's not inspired or doesn't show me enough effort, half credit is what I will do. If it gets half credit, it needs to be upgraded, okay? But the only reason I will ever give a 0 to a student is because I gave them, or because they turned it in. They didn't turn it in at all. We do have 4 projects. I'm going to go over these really briefly. The Machines of the Gods, that's going to be the first quarter. We'll more information on that later. Key Players of Engineering is what we'll end the semester with, the first semester. The Public Service Announcement Project is Mr. Matthews's pride and joy. And then, of course, our big one, Modern Marvels of Engineering. That's what we are actually known for nationally. I'm very proud of that project. Everything that we do is integrated with Mr. Matthews and Dr. Fowle as much as possible. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of shared grades with this, but we'll talk more about that later. Bottom line, experience is key. All right, we have a world-class, a national class LMC, junior college LMC, number 5 in the country. Classes cost $1. Get your students involved. The more experience, the better off they will be. Okay, that's what this class is about. I hope to talk to you guys soon. And if you have any questions, you know how to contact me.